Hello everybody, my name is Andrew Antonetti and I'm going to be going over the eye anatomy and reflexes. And so there's a few things I need to do with the actual eye. I have a cow's eye. But before that, I have Adrian with me.
Hi.
He is going to be my guinea pig for measuring the pupils. So first question, what happens to the diameter of the right pupil when you briefly shine the flashlight into the right eye? So first, let's measure the pupil of the right eye before we flash the flashlight in there. Okay, so we're gonna measure Adrian's right pupil in centimeters. So look at me, right here. Stay still. We are at about 4 centimeters. Look at me. And look at me. The pupil went down a little. It went to about 3. So the pupil dilates when you shine the light directly into the pupil. Went from 4 centimeters to 3 centimeters. So next question is, through which structures, openings, and chambers of the eye does the light from the flashlight pass in order to reach the retina? So what happens is, from the cornea, the light passes through the pupil, and then the iris controls the amount of light passing through. From there, the light hits the lens, which is the actual clear structure inside the eye that the eye focuses light rays onto the retina. Okay, question number 3. Which structures serve as the sensor and the effector in the pupillary light reflex? So the sensor is the retina and the iris is the effector.
Take it.
Okay, number 4. Which cranial nerves are required for the pupillary light reflex? It's the pupillary light reflex. So the cranial nerve 2 and the cranial nerve 3 are the cranial nerves that are required for the pupillary light reflex. So now, next question is, what happens to the diameter of the left pupil when you briefly shine the flashlight into the right eye? Let's take a look. We're gonna look at the left pupil, and we're gonna shine the light into the right. So the pupil also dilates. I see it going down. That's interesting. So it looks like both eyes dilate together. Okay, so now we're going to go over the exterior structures of the cow eye. So first, let's pick up the cow's eye. We're gonna go over the optic nerve, which is right there. That's the optic nerve. And then we're gonna have the extrinsic eye muscle, which, here's part of the eye muscle here. It's hidden behind the layer of fat, so you kind of see like the little darker part there. That's part of the extrinsic eye muscle. Then you have the cornea, which is the middle of the eye. It looks like jelly almost. And then the sclera, which is the white part of the eye right here. So you see this is the sclera. And it surrounds the eye. Okay, after dissecting my cow's eye, I'm gonna go over the coronal section, which is the anterior chamber, pupil, iris, lens, retina, and choroid. First, we're gonna go over the anterior chamber, which is inside here. So it's like the inside layer right there. And inside that, the anterior chamber, you have the pupil, which is the space right inside here. So you have the anterior chamber, then the pupil. And then after that, you have your iris. So the iris is, flip it over here. Let me get some light on. And okay, so the light won't turn on. All right, so the iris here is this space right there. So it's the inside part right there. That's your iris. And so now we have the retina, which, let me flip it over, is this white part here that sits inside your choroid, which is this part right here. So the retina, this white part, sits inside your choroid. And so that makes the whole structure of the eye there. One thing I forgot is the lens. I pulled the lens out, and it's kind of like a little marble. Sits inside your eyeball. Yeah, it's kind of hard, like a little marble.